Hello, I'm Mage Pettit. This is Buckingham News. The eagle owl population is in rapid decline. A local conservationist visited Buckingham in a bid to raise awareness of this issue. Ingrid Hoxha has the story.
Nothing prepares you for being eyeballed by the European eagle owl. The eagle owl is Europe's largest species of owl. A fully grown adult's wingspan can reach 2 meters and weigh 4 kilos, as big as Scotland's golden eagle. It is a fearsome predator and attacks other birds of prey that stray into its hunting territory. Only last month, Londoners were warned to lock up their dogs and cats when an escaped eagle owl was reported to be on the prowl. The eagle owl is common in continental Europe, but became extinct here in the UK. Now, say the Owl Trust, this secretive bird is breeding again in remote areas. But the huge predator is often exploited by fox hunters who breed them in captivity to flush out foxes. Many are believed to have escaped. Despite its fearsome reputation, the eagle owl can be friendly and docile, as the crowd soon found out. This is Ingrid Hoxha for Buckingham News.
You have probably seen the new changes and refurbishments to the old Tanlaw Mill. Jessica Rusher went down to see the new facilities.
While the majority of us Buckingham students were jet-setting and enjoying the sunshine over the holidays, the Student Union Committee was still very much hard at work, carrying out refurbishments to transform the old Tanlaw Mill. Work has taken place in the bar foyer as part of the final stages of the refurbishment of the Tanlaw Mill. This includes a help desk, which is manned during Student Union hours. There has also been refurbishment on the bar. We spoke to the new bar manager, Paul Greattrex, who has been shaking things up in the OTM.
It just needed updating. Nothing had been done to it for 20 odd years, so it just brings it into the 21st century.
And how much did it cost?
Approximately about £6,000 to do everything. It was all done in-house with a maintenance team within the university, carried out all the work, so it came in a very good price.
Yeah, and where did the money come from?
It came from the actual the catering budget, the overall catering budget. We don't run for profit on the bar. We believe in just providing the service.
So thanks to the Student Union Committee and the hard work of the university maintenance staff, the old Tanlaw Mill isn't looking quite so old anymore. This is Jess Rusher reporting for Buckingham News.
With the warm weather continuing and gardens in full bloom, Charlie Williams got green fingers and went to investigate the town's very own flower competition.
With summer certainly well underway, Buckingham's town councillors once again held their annual Buckingham in Bloom contest, celebrating the best gardens in town. We came along to find out more. The contest seeks to reward homes and businesses that take pride in their appearance. We asked some Buckingham townspeople what they think makes a great garden.
I would say sunshine for one, because otherwise, there's no point being in the garden. I would say garden furniture, nice garden furniture, a beer and a cigarette.
Lush growth, plenty of colour, something in the winter as well, since it's not just a summer-only garden. Yeah, lots of scent as well, because I like wildlife in my gardens.
Nominated gardens will be judged on colour and overall appearance and must easily be seen from the roadside. The council has yet to announce the winner. But what about the university's contribution to a flowering town? I'm standing amongst what, at the beginning of last term, was a seating area ready to be planted with flowers. The courtyard area in Chandler's Road has also become ever more disused and overgrown. Why is nothing more being done, and why was the seating area removed so soon after it was built? Maintenance declined to comment regarding both the Chandler's Road courtyard and the removed seating area close to the bookshop. We were also refused access to the courtyard because it was deemed unsafe. So with the university's green initiatives in a precarious position, at least the town's enthusiasm for all things garden-related continues to bloom. Charlie Williams, Buckingham News.
With news this week of further recovery for the UK economy, Jan Golen went to see if the national picture translates to the local independent businesses in Buckingham.
With the continuing issue of High Street business decline, the Independent Retailers Day in Buckingham has given hope for future success. A number of Buckingham retailers signed up for this scheme and put up special offers and events to celebrate the vitality of our High Street. We talked to two local business owners, Elliot Wallace of Guyer and Gimble and Jenny Dobbs of At Home.
And what Independence Day was trying to do was to use the American Independence Day, 4th of July, and to kind of move it out as a kind of national event to celebrate local towns' independent retail.
People coming into the shop, and then we referred them to the other shops that were taking part as well. We were probably just a little bit late this year organising everything. We didn't have much time, but it just gave us an idea of what people thought, so we'll be doing it sort of bigger and better next year.
Will schemes such as this in Buckingham reinvigorate our high streets, or are they just another flash in the pan? This is Jan Golen, Buckingham News.
The BBE's first lecture of the term saw Danny King talk about his start-up company, Accredible. Alexondra Assemi tells us how we can benefit from it.
Every year, students successfully graduate from university and are sent on their way into the world looking for jobs. This requires a certain amount of demonstration and self-representation and knowing what skills they possess. Danny King and Alan Heppenstall know the situation and have found a solution worthy of the 21st century.
Less than a year old, Accredible is an online service that helps people collect and present their achievements. Whether it's diplomas, certificates, or CVs, this is the place to document one's educational development.
The business plan is concrete, it's not set in concrete, right? It's just so you think about what you're trying to do. But there is a danger when you're wedded to your business plan, or get investors who are wedded to your business plan, that you're forced to do what it is that you thought would be best before you had any expertise in the thing you're trying to do. So what we've done is we've changed our product like 6 times. We've changed our target audience like 3 times, and that's a good thing. The way that people judge other people's learning, that's such a fundamental thing. It's such an important part of society. We can make all learning credible, no matter where you got it. That's such an amazing thing for humanity.
One thing we're wondering during the lecture is, how does one measure experience?
I don't think there's one easy answer to that because experience is so subjective. I think that it's perhaps a bit of a red herring to try and measure it. But what you can do is try and put as much data, as much credibility around what it is you claim to have experiencing in.
What's your advice to someone who wants to start their own business?
I think that what you need to do, hands down, is get great mentors, get great advisors, but get a great co-founder or a great team. Without that, you're on your own, and it's the hardest thing you're ever going to do if you're doing it right. So get a great team, get someone that you trust more than anyone else in the world.
Accredible has revolutionized the way people can showcase their skills to potential employers. While certificates are awarded at the end of a course, we never stop learning. This is Alexondra Assemi for Buckingham News.
The new Students' Union executives took part in team-building activities ahead of their first term in power. Rebecca Burkard was there to watch the events unfold.
Last week, the newly appointed Student Union executives took part in team-building activities on Belle Lawn. The games were intended to bring members of the Student Union closer together ahead of what shall be a busy term. The executives took part in a variety of games, including Orange, where to everyone's amusement, they had to pass an orange to each other without using their hands. They also took part in a drum workshop held by Heartbeat. Afterwards, I spoke to David Mays, head of events at the university, about the importance of team building.
Well, we're a very diverse group of people, the student executive and the student union officers, and what we really want to do from day one is pull together and pool all those fantastic resources to actually, get the best deal that we can for the students that we're here to serve. And rather than wait till, we had stumbled across each other, we thought we'd from day one have an activity that starts for those strengths to emerge and that teamwork to begin.
All in all, it has been a very productive day for the new Student Union Committee, and by the looks of things, they are stronger than ever. This is Rebecca Burkard from Buckingham News.
With Britain's unusually hot weather, it's been the perfect time for outdoor sports. Theresa Spiessberger talked to one of Buckingham's students, James Pescott, about one of the country's oldest sports, fishing.
In honour of National Fishing Month, we talked to a young professional fisher and one of Buckingham's own students, James Pescott. Since the age of 4, James has been an avid fan of the sport, Now 19 years old, James is a member of the Kingfishers AC Club and the 5th best fisher in the country. He took us along to show us the beauty of the sport.
First started at the age of 4. My nan, she bought me a little net to go down the canal and just catch some tiny little fish. And on my 5th birthday, herself and my granddad, they bought me a proper little kids fishing rod. I'm currently not a member of a match squad, but for the last few years I've been competing at nationals and big competitions throughout the country, which culminated in a position of 5th in the UK.
In the UK, all coarse fish are returned to the water. People who don't follow this rule can be arrested and fined up to £25,000. James' advice to people who'd like to take up fishing is very simple.
Get in touch with a club, they're all so helpful, and there's not a single club that will turn you away and that won't offer you any help at all. And just chat to other people. That's how you learn most of what you're going to do. But get out there. And it gives you time to think. Even if you're not catching, you're learning and you're seeing.
James hopes to start a fishing society at the University of Buckingham this year. Maybe after today more people will get involved with the sport. This is Theresa Spiessberger reporting for Buckingham News.
Buckingham Town Centre came to life last Saturday with the Arts and Crafts Fair. Aimee Hogston went along to explore the local talent on display.
At the Buckingham Art and Craft Fair, there is something of the ancient philosophy of Zen in the exquisite artwork of one couple.
Kay and Peter Forrest started their partnership in pyrography and wood turning just 2 years ago, when Peter contracted MS, leaving him unable to work.
Looking around for something that we could both do together, we could support each other, and that I would enjoy but would also be productive, and we ended up with this.
Mythology, books and nature are just some of the things that Kay gets her inspiration from.
Just from being out and about, you see a tree or something and imagine some spirits in the trees or something like that, and then come back and put my ideas onto paper and see if they work on boxes or bowls or something.
Creating the objects for Kay's designs can take Peter up to 2 days to produce.
I'll just be working with the wood, and I might have a vague idea in my head of what I want to make, but then as you start cutting the wood away, you see features come out of the wood, knots and the way the grain goes, and you think, well actually, I don't want to do that anymore because I want to leave that feature there in the wood.
Peter often lets his inspiration run free.
It's not a process I'm fully in control of. The wood has its say to it when it needs to.
The Buckingham Arts and Crafts Fair unveiled an array of talented local artists and craftsmen. You can see Peter and Kay, along with many others, when the Arts and Crafts Fair returns to Buckingham on September 28th. Aimee Hogston, Buckingham News.
And now to Alex Biddle with the sports.
Thanks, Meg. Milton Keynes Dons Football Club hosted Rayo Vallecano in a pre-season friendly on Wednesday. Milton Keynes, who finished 8th in the 3rd Division of English football, looked to cause an upset against Spanish giants. Stefan Regelous has the story.
We've come today to the Stadium MK to watch League One team Milton Keynes Dons face the Liga team Rayo Vallecano in a pre-season friendly. Fans from both sides greet Rayo Vallecano upon entrance. A lucky few were able to get autographs of the Spanish stars. I spoke to fans outside the stadium. How do you think Milton Keynes will fare today against Rayo Vallecano?
I think it'll be a good game. Maybe a draw. They drew to Notts County yesterday, so I think we can do better than them.
What do you think the score's going to be?
The Dons are going to win 1-0. 2-1 Dons.
I spoke to manager Carl Robinson ahead of the match. You had a solid season last season, finishing 8th. This match-up here against the Spanish team is going to be quite a big one for you. How do you want to take this form that you're going to bring here into the next season?
We'll enjoy it and we'll learn. Obviously you're playing against a different type of team with different qualities to what maybe an English team will bring. So there's so many components tonight that I'll be looking for. I'll be more looking at them, to be honest, see what they do out of possession, in possession, and how they retain the ball. So it's a learning curve for the job. Obviously the neutrals, they will be chasing a lot more than what Rayo will. So we're going to be, physically for us, going to be a real good output.
I also caught Chairman Pete Winkleman as he headed to the stand. Milton Keynes Dons are looking for promotion this year. Fixtures like this will obviously help. What do you think fixtures like this will do for Milton Keynes in the future?
Well, I'm certainly not going to give them the promotion word this year. I did it last year, it didn't work. Take the pressure off. I want us to enjoy our football. If we can play our football to the level we're capable of, we'll win more games than we lose. So I think that's the most important thing. We've got to learn from last year that we got a little bit too tense. We've got our football.
45 minutes from kick-off and things are beginning to heat up.
Milton Keynes, who finished 8th in the 3rd Division of English football, set out to cause an upset against the Spanish side who finished 8th in the top league of Spanish football, a team chasing Europa League football next season. Although a pre-season friendly, both teams field a strong side in order to secure the win. The game kicked off with an early goal from Milton Keynes, the goal coming from Dean Lewington in the 3rd minute. However, their lead didn't last long due to 2 quick-fire goals from Rayo Vallecano's Mojica. Milton Keynes stole back the lead close to half-time with goals from Luke Chadwick and Jason Banton. The second half started off slowly, but soon after Milton Keynes went 2 goals ahead with Darren Potter's finish. The match was far from over as Dons conceded a penalty in the 71st minute, which Rayo Vallecano Adrian Gonzalez finished. The match, full of goals, finished 4-3 to Milton Keynes, a shock result which will help them in their forthcoming season.
The fans are pouring out the stadium after a brilliant evening of football. And now with a 4-3 win, Milton Keynes will go into the new season with high hopes. This is Stefan Regelous outside Stadium MK for Buckingham News.
The university's cheerleading team, Buckingham Bullets, travelled to Blackpool this weekend to compete from other teams from around the country. Having won their first tournament only months ago, they look to impress the judges once again. Asim Plhanmay has the story.
Well, do you know what BBC stands for? Wrong. BBC stands for
Buckingham Bullets cheerleaders.
Last weekend, BBC went to Blackpool, led by Captain Julia Catherine, to participate in ICC Championship. And guess what? They won. So let's ask Julia how it was.
We stayed Friday night, so we left in Friday, competed on Saturday. We had 2 performances, and they watched both performances and added our scores together.
So, what's next for BBC?
We're hoping to actually get to level 2 for next competition. So the next couple months are going to be spent working on skills, getting up to level 2.
Lastly, what do you want to tell everyone?
So if any of the student body wants to support us, join us, they're totally welcome to. We have a Facebook page, Buckingham Bullets Cheerleaders, where you can like us and you can see where we're going to be, because we're going to be at a lot of different events. If you want to come party with us, if you want to come donate funds, or if you want to join, you can also message us through our Facebook page. And if you want to come to practice and try it out, you're totally welcome to. No commitment needed.
Well, watch out for BBC.
This is Asim Plhanmay, reporting for Buckingham News.
Acclaimed sports journalist Kevin Garside visited the university to talk about his career and gave advice to students looking to enter the media. I was there with the story. On Tuesday, the university welcomed acclaimed sports journalist Kevin Garside, who advised aspiring journalists on the nature of the business. Throughout his career, Kevin has worked for The Telegraph, Independent and many other major players in the media. This has allowed him to travel the world and as a result is now a recognised name. I asked Kevin about the importance of contacts for journalists.
It's more important for an editor that you come with contacts than you come with a writing style or skill, because anybody can knock that into shape in newspaperese, in kind of the lingua franca of newspapers. You know, there is that can be done, but it's the sourcing the information that's the important thing, and that quite often is context based.
I also asked Kevin what was his greatest memory in sports journalism.
Wiggins at the Olympics, the time trial down in when he sat on that throne, crossed his legs and went like that.
Now the students have been given vital advice on surviving in such a harsh business environment,